Hi everyone, so I'm finally back now. I got back on Sunday the 28th, kind of early hours in the morning, so I wasn't up for filming or anything, and I've only just kind of got back into the routine and I returned back to work and everything, so I thought it's the perfect opportunity to do my pregnancy update. So I am 16 weeks and 4 days. And I'll probably do a 15 and 16 week combined together because I was away. We found out the gender, and I don't know whether to announce it. Yeah, I'm going to announce it in this video. So we went for a early gender scan last night. The clinic we went to kind of specialises in just scans only, so 3D and 4D scans and gender scans. And they managed to fit us in for an 8 o'clock appointment that night, which was amazing because I thought it'd be fully booked until June. But yeah, it was kind of a last minute thing, and me and Paul from day one really wanted to find out the gender, and we are not patient. We have our 20-week scan on the 27th of June, so it's not far away, but we just couldn't wait any longer. So we went along to the scan last night and I was 100% sure I was going to have a boy. I don't know why, but something in me was like, you're going to have a boy. And everyone was saying it. Only 2 people that I know said a girl and the rest of them said a boy. So it was 50-50. So in my head I was like, it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy. And I got there and the baby was in such an awkward position. Instead of being laying on its back, so you can see like the head and the belly and the feet kicking away like it was in my 12-week scan, it was face down into my stomach. So you couldn't see nothing. All you could see is the back and the little bum. So it was in a really awkward position. You couldn't see nothing. You couldn't see the face. You couldn't see the sex of the baby. So she made me go to the bathroom and kind of walk around a bit to get the baby moving. And I'm not going to say she or he, so I'm going to call it it. It turned around and finally she got to kind of look a bit closer and everything. But first of all she went through like the baby and she measured the baby and she said it's bang on track, like bang on 16 weeks. The skull and the brain looks perfect, the spine looks perfect, the bladder and the kidneys. So yeah, that was really good news, and it was just great to see the baby again. And then she found out the sex, and she'd done it for quite a while. Like it took quite some time. I didn't know that it would kind of take that long, but she was pretty sure. And in my head I still thought it's a boy, you know. I don't know why, but my 12-week scan, it just looked like a boy. The kind of features and everything looked like a boy. So as soon as Paul saw the baby on the screen, he was like, that's a girl. He said, that's a girl. He said, take back what I said, it's a girl now. And I was like, no, it's a boy. So yeah, she said to me, it looks like a little girl, which is really exciting. And but first of all, it didn't sink in. I was a bit like, carry on looking, are you sure you've got that right? It's definitely a boy. And she said, no, there's no, you know, there's no signs that it's a boy, there's no penis or anything. So she looked again and she said she's not 100% sure it's a girl because they can't be 100% accurate. But she said it's, you know, pretty much a girl. So that was really exciting. It didn't, like I said, it didn't sink in, it didn't seem real until I got home. And obviously I rang my family up and everything, and I said we're gonna have like a little girl. And I secretly wanted a girl. Inside I wanted a little girl because, you know, you can dress them up and it'll be a mini me. But in my head I just really thought it was a boy, so I had to kind of get that out of my head and actually realise you're having a baby girl. So we're over the moon. Paul is over the moon to have a daddy's little girl as well. So yeah, that's really exciting. What else happened? Oh yeah, we got some more photos, but they're not as clear as I thought they would be because of the way she was positioned. She tried her best to get some photos, but they were pretty, you know, not that good quality. And believe it or not, my 12-week scan, which was at the hospital, which was free, the photos were amazing, like really clear, and it was because the baby was in the perfect position. You could see everything, you could see the stomach, the little hand waving, but this time it was a bit more tricky. So she managed to get one photo of like the baby laying down, and then one photo of like the brain and the skull. So I was just amazed by it. So that was quite a cool photo, but I left it at work because I was showing my dad the scan photos, so I'll probably include them in this video or something. And then you also get a free keyring, which was really, really cool. And while we were getting the scan done, she put it into 3D, which was incredible. You could see everything, and the baby only was 2 ounces. It was the size of an avocado, so she was very, very small. You could see how skinny she was because obviously she's not properly formed yet. She's not grown to the size of like a 28-week baby. So she was very skinny. You just saw kind of like her features and her little nose, and you could see the spine. It was just incredible. But we didn't get any 3D photos because she said you're better off coming back for a 3D scan when the baby's put a bit more weight on and it's bigger. So we're definitely going to get the 3D scan because it's incredible. So yeah, we're really pleased about the sex of the baby, and I'd really recommend, if you are not patient, to go ahead and get an early gender scan because it's definitely worth it. So over the past few weeks I've been buying kind of bits for the baby. A lot of it is unisex, so white and cream clothes. A lot of it is because obviously we didn't know the gender. And then we've been getting kind of like toiletries for the baby, and what else? What else have we been getting? Bibs and hats, all that kind of stuff we're kind of getting every time we go shopping or something. But last night we done a little shop, but not too much because a lot of the baby clothes or newborn clothes were summer clothes because obviously it's spring, summer now. So my baby's going to be due in November, so it's kind of colder months. So we managed to get some stuff, but not as much as we planned. So if you want to see a baby buy video, please let me know because I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And I'd kind of do them regularly, so every time I go shopping or something I'll kind of do a collective haul. But anyway, that is the scan. So we're having a baby girl. Like I said, we've got another scan which is at the hospital on the 27th of June, and that's my 20-week scan where they check the baby and announce the gender again. So yeah, excuse the way I look, by the way, I've literally come home from work. But okay, so my 15-16 week pregnancy update, a lot of it's going to be related to my holiday because I've just got back. But okay, we'll start with symptoms. I still had terrible morning sickness, even being in the second trimester. The sickness was terrible on holiday, and I know it wasn't the food. I was quite scared to tell my mum that I got sick because she'd think, oh my god, it's the food because of the whole, you get stomach bugs and everything when you go on holiday. But it was nothing to do with that, and I knew it was the baby because after I threw up, which is a bit graphic, I felt fine. Whereas if you have kind of like a stomach bug from the food you eat abroad, you will feel ill for the rest of the week or the rest of the day. But mine was very nauseous, especially around 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning. It would be really, really bad. And a lot of it I thought was, is it because I'm hungry? So, you know, I'd eat, but then after I ate, I'd feel even more sick. So it was very hard on holiday because I was constantly feeling sick and running to the bathroom. But as soon as I threw up, which I did threw up quite a lot, I felt 100% okay. So Paul was really good, and he, you know, helped me out and everything. Second of all is I got a bit dizzy. A lot of it was to do with the heat. If you've ever been to Egypt, especially in May to August, it is absolutely boiling. It was really hot, and a lot of the time I was actually in the shade because I just couldn't handle the heat. It was just too much for me. And we used to take walks every single day because I think it's good for, if you're pregnant, to, you know, have a walk along the beach or something like that. And one day we walked along the beach and I felt really dizzy, and I could feel my heart just racing, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. So I sat down in the shade, had some water, and I started to feel better, but a lot of the time I was quite dizzy. I literally drank water the whole time. When I first got there, I'm a massive fan of pineapple juice. So when we first got to our resort, I was drinking, because it was all inclusive, I was drinking pineapple juice. I threw it up straight away, and obviously the baby didn't like it. And that's not like me. I don't throw up like on drinks. Obviously if I drink alcohol on a night out, I'd probably throw up, but fizzy drinks and stuff never get me sick, but on a holiday it did. I don't know if it was because they watered them down or something, but sorry if you can hear the cats. Let me just go and get them. Okay, sorry about that. So I don't know if it was because they water them down or something, but yeah, I threw it straight up, and then from then I just drank water completely, because that was the only thing that I wouldn't throw up on. So yeah, I was throwing up a lot of drinks, and morning sickness was bad. Millie, stop it. Dizziness. My breasts have got, I wouldn't say a lot bigger, but they've definitely gone up a cup size. They're not so sore. I don't know what happened there, cut off. They're not so sore now, which is amazing because they can really hurt. I'm showing quite a lot. I was showing on holiday, and it was lovely to wear like my maxi dresses and everything because, oh my god, Millie is being such a pain. My maxi dresses really look nice with the bump and everything. A lot of people noticed on holiday that I was pregnant, and you know, they were chatting to us and asking how, you know, my pregnancy is going and everything, which is, I never got that before. I don't know, because in England I cover up a lot because it's so cold. But yeah, I'd done a lot of swimming and kind of taking walks and everything, so that was really good for me and the baby. What else? Tiredness is gone now. I had a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of energy, because when you're on a holiday you kind of get tired because of the sun, and you know, you're doing quite a lot on holiday, but in general I wasn't like exhausted as what I was in the first trimester. I have a midwife appointment this Friday, and I think that's just going over my blood test results, so I will let you know what happens there. But I've got a feeling I'm low on iron or anemic, so we'll have to see about that, but I will let you know what happens then. And I will be 17 weeks this Friday, so I'll probably do a 17-week update. And that is basically my symptoms. It was, I don't think I would go on holiday being pregnant again, because I felt like I couldn't do the things that I would like to do. I felt like I couldn't even go on like a pedalo or a speedboat or something like that, because I was just so nervous of doing everything, and I couldn't walk very far because of the heat and everything. So I think in the future I wouldn't go on holiday with like carrying a child, because it was pretty exhausting travelling and everything. It was 5 hours on a plane and I got so uncomfortable. That's another thing. I bought flight socks and I was sitting in the middle and I had like a random man next to me, so I had to warn him that I'd have to kind of get up a lot to walk around because it's important to keep your legs moving because of blood clots and circulation. But I got really uncomfortable on the plane and it just dragged. So yeah, but we are hoping to go back next year with the baby, of course, and we're hoping to go around September, so the baby will be around 9 to 10 months. And there was a lot of young babies as well, which really kind of made us want to go back when we have ours. So yeah, that's really exciting, and we're going to book that probably next year. So yeah, that's it. The only things I've bought pregnancy related are I'm having trouble lately. I'd say the last 2 weeks I'm taking the Pregnacare Original folic acid tablets, and they're pretty big and I usually cut them in half and I still have trouble swallowing them. I'm not a very good tablet taker anyway, but I start choking on them and it just really makes me kind of paranoid. So I was looking up on the internet on kind of other ones I can take that are a bit smaller and stuff, and a lot of people said Boots' own brand. So at the airport I tried looking for them, they had loads but not the small ones. So if anyone recommends any kind of folic acid vitamin pregnancy tablets that are, you know, fairly small, then please let me know. But I got these from Tesco's thinking that they would be small, and I'll explain why. They're around £6, they weren't too expensive, but they look like this, and it's just got 400 mcg folic acid with calcium, and it's got vitamins as well. There's 30 tablets in this, and I thought, because of the size of this little thing, like it's pretty small compared to my hand, I thought 30 tablets in there, they've got to be small. So I got home and I opened them up and they're pretty big. No one will probably think they're big, but to me they're quite big. So I will show you how big they are. They probably won't even look big. It's really hard to show. But to me that's quite big, and I was a bit disappointed in them, so I will probably have to stick with these ones. But if anyone kind of knows any smaller ones. Okay, my cat just freaked out big time. Then please let me know. Millie, what's wrong? Weirdo. Okay, the second thing I got, well, Paul bought me. When I was at home before we went on holiday, I was having trouble sleeping because I like to sleep on my side and I feel like I can't because it's hurting the baby. I don't know why, but I just had this thing. So he saw this in Mama's and Papa's and it was on sale, and it's really hard to show, but it's huge. So I don't know if you can see how big it is, but it's a pregnancy pillow, so it helps you sleep better. You kind of sit your bump on it and then you can wrap your legs around it, so it kind of moulds to your body shape. And also you can use this for breastfeeding or bottle feeding when the baby comes, and it's just really soft and it just helps me sleep a lot better. So I can't remember the brand because I chucked the packaging away, but when I know I will, Millie, sorry, when I know I will probably put an annotation of it there. So that is everything kind of pregnancy related, and like I said, I will do a baby buy video. Hello. I will do a baby buy video if you're interested, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.